everybody, and welcome back to Katie's Corner. In today's video, I will be going over some of the reasons why your New Year's resolutions may not stick and how we can begin to change that in 2023. This is just kind of like a compilation of things that I kind of learned about setting like New Year's resolutions, kind of learning which things work and which things don't. If you see smoke in the air, I have an incense burning and it's like suddenly deciding to be over here. Smells good, but kind of getting it on the moment, you know? But anyways, I just wanted to share my top 3 reasons that I found that were reasons why my New Year's resolutions and goals weren't able to come to fruition, and I just wanted to go ahead and share these with you, and then also share some of my best tips for setting intentions in the new year and some of the things that I've kind of been reflecting on and feeling into really intuitively as this new year comes around. It is currently January 1st for me. You guys will probably see this a few days later, hopefully January 2nd. Always remember, it's never too late to set intentions. You can set intentions at any time of the year, and I almost feel like the new year can be better for releasing things and starting fresh, starting without all the things that have been weighing you down. And I find that that can almost be more aligned with the energy of New Year's, and honestly, the new year is like a huge fresh start. I feel like that's like kind of what it symbolizes. So it makes sense that it would align with releasing and starting fresh and renewed. So I will be talking more about that in this video. Other than that, I do have a podcast episode up on this same topic. If you guys would like to be able to listen without watching and just have the voice, then I will be leaving that link down below. I'll be talking about similar things, but it'll probably be slightly different delivery on there versus on here. I'm sure each one will have things that the other might have missed, but I will try to cover everything that I talked about in my podcast episode for you guys today. Other than that, let's go ahead and get right into this video. I am so excited to share this with you. So first, I guess I will just go ahead and talk about some of the reasons I've found that my New Year's resolutions have not succeeded, have not been fulfilled. And I find that the first one I thought of was the need to focus on releasing habits versus adding new habits. And clearing space for your new goals is so essential. You cannot create the life that you're envisioning for yourself if you're not clearing space and removing some of those habits that no longer align with you, some of those things that just you feel like aren't really connected to your path or where you're going into the future. And it may be time to let some of those things go and take some time to focus on releasing these things instead of adding anything new. In this way, you can make space and really prepare yourself for your new habits that you are planning to implement, your new goals that you are planning to achieve. And it can just make you, I feel, so much more aligned with those energies and trying to bring them in when you're not fighting against the energies that no longer serve you, that you're still holding on to. And this can be a great time to reflect on what no longer serves you, which things you would like to go into the future year without. Maybe you might want to think of replacements for any unhealthy habits or actions that you may do that you would like to stop in this new year. Like, for example, instead of scrolling on your phone in the morning, maybe you decide to read or to journal. And if you're trying to eat more nutritious foods or cook at home more, maybe instead of getting fast food on your lunch break at work, you pack your own lunch and take it with you. And just small changes here, small replacements, can really help phase these negative habits out and phase out these things from your life that really are not benefiting you in any way. And this could be people, it could be places, things that you do, maybe things that others do that you need to set a boundary on, any behaviors or places, maybe a job that really drains your energy and really isn't worth the paycheck that you may be getting there. Maybe this could be the year that you look for something that really connects with you and gives you a purpose for working and being there. Like I said before, releasing, I feel like, is a big theme in the new year, and I feel like stepping into the new year with that kind of feeling of being a little bit more free, a little lighter, can be so relieving. And always remember that if you go into the new year releasing all the things that no longer serve you, all the things that no longer align with you, you are already starting the year better off than you were before, without even adding anything, without adding any habits or going after any goals yet. You are already going to be better off than you would be if you did not release those things and you went into the new year unchanged. My second reason why your New Year's resolutions may not succeed is you're adding too much too fast. You're trying to change too much at once, and it simply isn't sustainable. My best advice is don't expect the first to feel any different than the 31st. If you didn't have the motivation to change your entire lifestyle, do a full 180 and just become the best version of yourself overnight, then you probably aren't going to have the motivation to do that tomorrow. So make sure you're setting realistic goals for yourself. It's okay to start small. It's okay to add small habits that you can build on as the new year comes around. And I find this can be almost better because it builds more sustainability. It actually builds a habit that you can continue to do without getting discouraged. And it definitely can be hard to fight with your motivation after those first couple of weeks within the new year, after you've begun really living by the New Year's resolutions you've set for yourself. And I find that if I add them in small increments, if I do it slowly and find ways that it actually fits into my life and ways that I can actually have time to complete each thing in my daily life, I find that that helps me actually make change in my life and actually keep applying that and feeling good about it. And even if I miss a day, I know I can come back to it the next day, and I won't kind of use missing a day as an excuse to stop completely anymore. I can kind of be gentle with myself and take a step back, maybe do a smaller version of the habit that I'm trying to implement this new year. And I really feel like setting my goals for the entire year, kind of mapping out what I want this year to hold for me, what things I want to experience, and kind of outlining my main big goals, and then connecting small daily actions that could help start getting me closer to that. I really find that this helps me so much more with achieving goals and feeling that momentum build than it would if I started trying to do everything at once. It really just doesn't overwhelm me as much, and I feel better about the actions that I'm doing because they're not taking up an entire portion of my day and making me feel that I don't have time for it. So instead of setting an entire list of resolutions on the first and trying to jump right in, maybe try setting small actions for yourself that'll help get you closer to those main goals that you have for the year and those things that you want to achieve, things that you want to experience. And this can really help you see how each action in your day and in your life is helping you get closer to the goals that you set for yourself. My third reason why your New Year's resolutions may not succeed is that you're going into it with a doubtful mindset. When you set the same intentions, the same resolutions year after year, you can kind of be reinforcing that doubt that you're not genuinely going to be able to achieve it, that you're not genuinely going to be able to stick to this goal. And I find that sometimes you really just need to take a step back and reevaluate how you're looking at things, reevaluate the reason that you're setting your intentions, and really try to see if there's a better way to approach it, a better mindset that will help you really see how important it is for you to fit these things into your life in a way that works for you. If you try the same thing year after year without changing anything, it is going to lead to the same results. So it can be important to kind of switch it up and try something new. Be approaching your goals in a different way or with a different mindset One thing that really helped me was starting to eat more nutritiously. Is instead of looking at foods as healthy and unhealthy, I began kind of looking at the benefits that they had for me, the things that the food could do for me and the ways that it could help me and nourish me in my daily life. And I really found that I was so much more inspired and so much more motivated to choose a healthier option when I was choosing it because I knew it would help my body and that my body would enjoy the nourishment that I was giving it instead of doing it for reasons that felt restrictive and kind of being like, oh, I can't have that because it's going to like have this negative effect on me. It kind of took that away and helped me to choose food for a reason that felt good to me, and that made it so much easier for me to stick to that intention and stick to that goal than it would have if I had kept the same mindset. And another good example that I have is when I used to go to the gym, I would focus on kind of how my body looked. I would kind of focus on all the changes I was trying to make to my body's appearance, and I wouldn't see any real change, and I would kind of get discouraged and feel like I wasn't working hard, like I wasn't building skills, and like I wasn't really following through or working hard enough, I guess. I found that taking a step back, reevaluating my mindset on this, and kind of looking at the gym more so as a place that I could build my strength, build my stamina, kind of see how many more reps I could do than last time and how much weight I could go up. I found that focusing on that, seeing what my body could do versus what it looked like, was a big game changer for me. I began to actually enjoy working out when I was focusing really on how my body felt, on how the workout was making me feel, and on how much improvement I could see in my strength instead of on my body's appearance. And I found this so much more motivating because it's so much easier to see your progress in this way. And I found that a lot more inspiring for myself, a lot more motivating, and a lot more comforting, really. I felt a lot less stress at the gym or when I would skip a workout because I knew that I could just go ahead and do something a little more gentle, or I could get back to it the next day or in a couple of days if I really needed that time off. And I found myself not beating myself up about it as much, which was really refreshing and really what I needed. Regardless of what your goals are, take some time to reflect this new year. Think about how your mindset is about the new year. Are you feeling confident, ready to succeed, ready to tackle 2023, or are you feeling doubtful that you're going to be able to achieve the goals you set for yourself, and doubtful that you will live up to the expectations that you have for yourself? Maybe stressed about becoming the best version of yourself overnight. And like I said earlier, if you release all of the things that no longer serve you, all of the things that no longer align with you, you are already better off than you were in the last year without adding a single action or a habit. So don't stress too much about following through with a huge list of resolutions. Try to focus on a couple of things that are really important to you at this point in your life, and try to bring those things into your life. Try to find ways to add it that feel good to you and feel natural, that really actually fit into your life instead of feeling forced. Now I will be going into my best tips for the new year. My first one is to set out a vision of where you want the year to take you. Set out your long-term goals for the year, the experiences you want to have, the things you want to be able to do, and find small changes in your life that you can begin implementing that aren't too big that you'll feel discouraged and unmotivated to do them, but are enough to begin creating that momentum, begin creating that change. And I find that writing these things down was a big help for me. I went ahead and journaled out all of my aspirations for the year and then added one action for each one that I could do on a daily basis, or kind of like pick and choose like an act to work on which actions on which days. And I found that was really relieved a lot of stress for how I was going to start creating change in this new year and how I was going to start going after my goals. And I feel a lot better after kind of shrinking them down into smaller actions that I can actually really realistically achieve. Second tip is release. I cannot stress enough how important I feel releasing is this new year. and any new year, of course. Really just let all that extra baggage and negativity go. Let it stay behind you in the past year. Really just focus on starting fresh, starting with a blank slate without that negative energy weighing you down. Like I said earlier, this could be limiting beliefs, it could be mindsets, maybe even people or places that no longer serve you, or behaviors or reactions to yourself or others. Just take a deep breath and let it go. My intuition really is telling me, especially this year, I feel so drawn to releasing, and those energies of release, I feel like there's a lot I kind of am ready to shake off and step into my full authentic energy this year. I am really excited for that. I feel really hopeful. I definitely feel like good things are coming. I don't know how to explain it. I just have like a sense that things are going to go really well as long as I kind of listen to my intuition here and release those things, start fresh, and really apply myself. I will really want to lead this year with action. My last tip is to really think about if your mindset makes you comfortable. If your mindset going into the new year, your mindset about your goals or your resolutions is making you uncomfortable before you've even started, it may be time to take a step back and reevaluate the reasons that you're setting these intentions and setting these goals, and ask yourself if there's a better way you could be approaching it, a better way to make yourself feel more comfortable and more at ease with those actions that you're adding, instead of making them feel a little forced and maybe even making you feel bad about yourself because of the way you are implementing them. And I really find that journaling can help a lot here, journaling out all the things that you believe about yourself and try to see if there's anything that kind of overlaps with your goals that you've set and how they're making you feel, if you are feeling a little discomfort there. And there is definitely a good discomfort. I feel like when you're excited and maybe anticipating a change or anticipating a new project, something that's exciting you, making you a little nervous, and that's making you uncomfortable, I feel like that is a good form of discomfort. But I feel like kind of negative self-talk and being really hard on yourself, doing things for reasons that may not be healthy or feel healthy to you personally, I find that that's really more so negative discomfort, and kind of something that we definitely could do without. So that doesn't mean discomfort from things that are positive and things that we're excited for, or things that we're working towards or nervous about, or experiencing a little bit of anxiety from, maybe say you're waiting to see if you're going to get a promotion at work and you're a little bit anxious, you're a little bit uncomfortable there. It's really good to be gentle with yourself, but you could also make yourself uncomfortable, I feel, from inaction, from not doing enough, not having enough discipline. And maybe it's time to kind of take a step back and evaluate which one you need. Do you need to be gentler with yourself? Do you need to bring more ease to your life, more kind of rest? Or do you need more discipline? Do you need more momentum and more motivation to go after the things that you want to achieve? And I find that either of these two extremes can cause discomfort. I feel like if you are too inactive, if you are doing too much rest and not applying yourself, not really taking steps towards your goals, not planting those seeds for your success and your future, I find that that could also feel very uncomfortable. So it's important to check in and see what you need, find that balance, find a mindset that works for you, that feels right, and really helps you see why you're working to achieve the things you are trying to achieve. And I believe that is my last tip for you guys. I do have some journaling prompts I would like to share. I have 4 of them. I will also be putting them down below in the description box so that you can copy them really easily there, and I will be flashing them up on the screen. My first one is, what am I releasing this new year? The second is, how am I beginning to release these things? The third is, what are some things I want to achieve in this year? And the fourth is, what are some actions that will help me reach these goals? And this is just the journaling session that I did to really help myself gain some clarity, help myself see what I needed going into this new year, help me see kind of where I want it to take me, what actions I need to implement to make this year live up to my expectations, my vision for it. And here in this notebook, I also did write down some affirmations, so I wanted to go ahead and share those with you guys. I release all that no longer serves me and step into my authenticity. I am worthy of celebrating my unique, inspiring skills and traits. I am capable of creating the life I desire and trust in each step it takes to get there. In this new year, I am renewed. And that is all the affirmations that I have for you guys today. That is also about all that I have for today's video. I really just wanted to get on here as a reminder to myself as well to keep implementing these things that I've learned, to keep paying attention to the lessons that the universe is trying to teach me. And I really feel like the way I'm starting this year is a lot more unique than any other year of my life. I definitely approached my intentions and goals very differently, and I feel very good about it. I feel very confident in my actions, and I feel confident that the action that I apply in my life is going to lead me towards the aspirations that I've set for myself this year. I definitely feel a lot less weighed down. I feel so ready to continue releasing the things that no longer serve me. I am feeling a lot better after journaling them out. I definitely can now see what I need to work on, see what I need to improve on, and continue working on phasing that out of my life fully in this first month. I am so excited for all that's to come. I am so excited for all the opportunities in this year, and I am just wishing blessings for all of us and wishing for great opportunities for each and every one of us. I am really just so excited for all this year has to hold. I think that is about all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you were able to get something out of it, and I hope that it benefited you in some way. I am super grateful that I could get on here and just talk to you guys. These are some of my favorite videos to film. I find them so therapeutic, and I'm able to just kind of get all my thoughts out like a little video diary. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this. I'm wishing you a happy new year, the best of luck in all your goals, all your aspirations. I hope this year has so many blessings and opportunities for you. If you guys would like to check out my podcast or my other socials, I will have them all linked down below. I have lots of new exciting content planned for this entire month as well as the rest of the year. And I'm so excited to just have another year to create this content and kind of be able to help even at least one person, and that is all that really matters to me, and I really just hope that I can continue to achieve that going into 2023. Other than that, I hope that you have a beautiful, productive day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!